Tan is high. Oh, shit, we just went off.
Hey, how you doing?
We are off.
Oh,
We're still recording.
Yeah. Might be,
okay, now
might
I'm
be a little
getting
hiccups.
a notification.
You might get hiccups, folks. That's the way of the internet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's one. This one's gonna hit our good friend Newport girl really hard.
She won't be able to hear it, but
disastrous harvest means wine prices could be going up. Spain, Italy, and France, which together produce over half of the world's wine, are bracing for the worst harvest in decades after extreme weather damaged grapes. So, yep, they're going to see a spike in that. The European Commission says this year's regional harvest is expected to be the worst since 1982. Europe is set to produce 14.5 billion liters of wine this year, a drop of 14% from last year. That's a big hit.
Well, yeah.
And, the producers want their money, so, that what that means. I mean, the price per bottle will have to go up because they can't produce as much, so they got to make up for that. So that's going to be... I don't know how that's going to affect... some wine varieties increasing this year by 10% already, so it could be feeling that effect. So, but thankfully I don't drink wine, so I don't really give two shits. Do you?
Not so much.
No, I know you drank it, but like the over eager. What are you doing over there?
I'm just making sure we're live because
we are live.
On their webpage, we are not.
No, we are live.
So if you're listening via webpage, we are not live. Okay, what the show 71 just started on me and now it restarted this one. Yes, that's Spreaker, ladies and gentlemen. That's not mine.
The show 71. I mean, it might have got bumped from the current show we're on. It'll bump you to the previous show.
Shows we have two live shows. So Spreaker is having
it
difficulty.
Is Spreaker, yeah. We've had the Spreaker does have that problem. Funny because I have that problem every single time I listen to a Turning Point. I do actually. That's why sometimes I'll listen to part of it.
So we
and I
may
can't go
have
back
to
it.
migrate to some other.
Well, if you can afford it, yeah.
I know.
Well,
it's like what, $1,100?
Oh, no big deal.
Let's start a GoFundMe and go panhandle on the internet.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, we actually the one good thing that we did, and we'd like to thank Tiger Ledley for being. I think she was the biggest contributor.
Yeah,
to our last week's show.
T-shirt. We
do.
T-shirt. I have that. I'll have to get that out of my.
You're gonna wash it?
It's in the package.
Oh.
Hasn't even been out of the package.
You never
used
it
it
and repackaged it?
Well, I don't repackage anything. If you ever expect me to give you something back, I promise you will not be repackaged.
You've never regifted?
I never regifted. That's the most douchest thing.
I constantly regift.
I mean, if you want, hey, I know you like this, I'll just give it to you. I'm not going to put it back in its original state.
You've never gotten a gift and gone, gee, thanks. I'll make use of
like a
this.
Yankee swap thing, I might be like, yeah, I'll go back and a Secret Santa type thing.
No. I'm saying you hold on to this for a year or two, maybe, and someone forgets about it.
I don't think so. I've never done it. I can recall.
Like a Chia Pet. You've never regifted a Chia Pet?
I don't think I've ever had a Chia Pet.
Nobody does that.
Everybody wants a Chia Pet. Don't you want a Chia Pet? I'd like a Chia Pet. I would not. I would be happy with a Chia Pet. I could put it right out. I could put it up on the window in the hallway across from my office, and where there's barely any sunlight, and maybe grow a couple of hairs off the thing.
Okay, now I'm back in the. Yeah, I did a weird thing. Needed to record. Yep, sorry about that. Oh, the Caramel Conservative is here. Hey, Mr. Ed.
Caramel.
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 Yeah.
That's like Cardinal.
Cara. It'll be with a K with Cara. Cara. Let's see.
That's the caramel conservative there.
Oh.
That's right. We've got a couple of new toys in the studio. I just got to figure out where the microphone is there.
Oh, good God.
Okay.
Why do we let him play with new toys? Oh, good God.
Fuck.
Papa John's.
That was an accident.
Yeah.
You seen that guy's rug?
No.
That haircut is not real. That's worse than William Shatner's rug.
Yeah, you're right. I'm looking at him. So he's blaming. You hear about that? He's blaming the NFL handling a protest during the national anthem as the cause of his company's lackluster performance.
No, it's because he got blasted on. He keeps on getting blasted on social media for fucking with employees.
I've heard that.
It's average.
It's average, exactly. Perfect. Very well said. That's average. It doesn't stand out.
It's like a manila
I personally,
envelope.
I think like even Domino's or Little Caesars is better.
Domino's has taken a dive in the past couple of years.
They're
really trying too hard.
They did, but they've changed a lot also recently. So, but anyway, of all of those big chains, Papa John's by far the worst. I think is by the worst. It's just
I don't understand it. It's international, you know.
Right.
They're over in the UK. They're over.
Yeah, all the chains are. All of our pizza. Yep, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut.
Well, Papa Gino's
is Northeast only.
New England only.
New England. Yes, yeah. Northeast. There's some in New York.
They're doing that right. You know who should go national? Regina.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not a chain.
Just fucking fantastic.
It's not a regional chain. But yeah,
there's only 3 left now.
Of what?
Of
the Regina's?
Regina.
Oh, yeah.
Auburn.
It's a family-owned business.
Well, they tried to franchise it.
Yeah.
But the problem is
they can't control
the quality.
Exactly. If you own a business, you want a franchise, you don't give a shit about control or quality, then
own a Papa John's.
Right. Exactly. Well, they gave a shit like a dozen or 20 of them or something like that to Peyton Manning when he first signed with the Colts.
Satan Manning?
Yeah, Satan Manning. They gave the owner there, Papa John, in exchange for his services as a spokesman for the company, they gave him like fucking 23 locations or something like that in the greater Indianapolis area. So he is a huge chain owner also. He owns a large chunk of the many franchise locations.
Apparently all of our listeners tonight are having massive problems connecting for real time.
Okay.
Sorry about that live. That is well beyond our control. I've been testing our internet speed on connections on all 4 of the networks in here, and we are above normal speeds. I'm up. I got a 60 to 70 megabits per second on the 5G lines, and on the 2G lines, I'm upwards of 20 megabits per second. So we are. I'm figuring there must be probably a lot of people going live now. But to tell you the truth, we're the only show out there right now that matters. So fuck everybody else. I mean, Spreaker, put in the bandwidth to us. We are Wicked Pissa.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah.
Well, let me see.
So, going to that new segment, I'm going to draw up a... do you have more?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
No. I just wanted to shit on Papa John's for a minute. That was it.
That's right. We'll make it work.
Their food sucks, so, I mean, it's just... No, I just want to say, I'm not a big fan of the NFL right now because of all that shit. But don't blame the NFL because this shit sucks.
Well, we also have our own restaurant and bar rating service.
Yes, we do.
And we'll give you an honest, an
honest write-up.
Yeah.
Yep. We get a...
and if you've been open for a while, there's no way we can give you a completely bad rap. Every restaurant has its up and downs. I like to try to go with the positives and then comment at the end about the negatives. Typically, if it's a bar, it's usually the bathroom.
The page is called The Watering Hole Critics and Reviews.
Yep.
By the Wicked Pizza Show.
We
If you just look up watering hole critics, you'll find us.
we haven't really.
We haven't done anything in a while.
No, we've been drinking here a lot. You've been building a castle. I've been.
I'll be good soon.
I've been sleeping.
We're trying to get. We should be out and about more. We are trying to get some
We should
more.
rate her donuts.
Huh?
Not rape. Rate. Rate Tiger Lily's donuts. We should.
Oh,
I mean, it's not a watering hole, but there's cider,
yeah.
so it could be a cidering hole.
Oh, that's.
We need to go to Jack's Abbey, actually.
Oh, why? Why is that?
Have you been there?
No, I know where it is, but I haven't been
Oh,
there.
they've got a pizza there, and they've got a blood orange Hefeweizen. Oh, you like your shock top, but hey, welcome back. We just discovered Newport Girl, Jen. We just discovered the reason for the universe. We disclosed that while you were out of the room, and welcome back. And we can't tell you that if you didn't hear it live.
Yep. Sorry about that, folks. But again, beyond our control, there was a hiccup, and for whatever reason,
Maybe I shouldn't have kept on playing our recording over that.
Spreaker just, basically gave us a second show. So part 1, part 2, and yeah, maybe I'll go in there and change it after.
All right, so assholes in the news?
Yep, go for it.
All right, assholes
fan-
in the news.
No fancy news for that. Dun,
do we
dun,
have
dun. No.
Sure.
There you go. Perfect.
I'm coming up with this. Listen, this is something in the car today. I came up with this on my way home, sitting in a half-hour traffic to get through one fucking town.
Yeah.
This is because they got a choke point. They got 2 roads that go east-west. Got the entire every other road is dead end.
Oh.
And once you get just a little bit past Boston, everybody wants to live on a one-way dead end. Fuck you all. Just make every road go through. All right, so assholes in the news. I am going to go out on a limb and call and wants to put ISIS flags all over it and drive it around New York City running people over.
Yep.
Thinking that Halloween is a major holiday and he'll be able to kill lots of people in the late afternoon. Already, this guy is about as smart as a box of rocks. Does he deserve to die? Most definitely, but slowly. Painfully. Remember they used to do that back in the Bible days?
Yeah.
They used to press people.
Or crucify?
Nah, fuck that. That's too easy.
Hang them out?
No. Put him in between these 2 slabs and just slowly put rocks on him so that he can hear his own bones crushing. Yeah,
you are
I am a
disturbing.
sadistic fuck
that is
tonight.
fucked up, dude.
But I am not the president of the free world.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, don't be an asshole and keep on expressing your personal opinions and not think that the Democrats are going to call this as well. Right now, everybody's saying it's tainting the jury pool. I don't know. I think I saw a lot of video about this guy getting out of the truck, and he was the only one in the truck. That's guilty. I think our legal system needs to be changed to, if it's witnessed by 30 people, it's not a legend.
Right, it's obvious.
It fucking happened, okay?
But again, we had this conversation.
Metal sweatbox in the middle of the desert for a few hours at a time. Rehydrate, rinse, and repeat. Thank you, Mr. Ed. I do like that one, too.
Again, I know we disagree on his lack of polish.
I understand it's his personal tweet.
That's and that's I'm one of the millions that's exactly why I voted for him. That's exactly why I voted for him.
I like the guy. I loved him and his TV shows. They're great.
I beyond the TV shows. I saw a few of his shows. I didn't follow any of them.
Oh, he's running his presidency just like his TV shows.
Good, but
you're
again,
fired. You're fired.
Yeah,
you're fired. And you know what? It's the way it should be.
Then
you don't do the job. Get the fuck out.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I have no problem with that.
I like it. And And he told it like it was on his show.
Yeah.
And that's how he runs the
Well,
presidency. I'm
he
okay
was
with it.
a little bit more governed on his show and coached, and you know that he was wearing an earpiece and told.
A hairpiece? Oh, earpiece.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think that's really.
What is his hair?
It's like one or two
over.
strands that he just kind of rolls around his head.
About
times.
8 feet long and just.
And I got to tell you, Trump, stop using the self tanner. It's not cool having an orange president.
Yeah, but you gotta, it's him. It's not about.
He was pale in the show and he looked great.
There were many times before the election started.
He
many
started
times he was
self-tanning.
orange.
That's Melania. Melania.
Well,
She wants him nice and orange.
So he has always, as far as I can remember back, he has always been a bit on the orange side.
Well, that's the hair.
Probably, but
he is we have a ginger as a president. I mean, he's kind of like a blonde ginger.
But again, I don't mind his lack of filtration.
I do a little bit.
You shouldn't. I mean, why do you want a president that sugarcoats shit? Why do you want a president that's soft on shit? That's the problem. That's why we end up with Obama, and that's why we have so many problems now with the snowflakes and the left. And I don't mean just the left. I mean the far left. These people that think that, that sit here and cry about brutality this, brutality that, yet they're out there burning. They want to burn things. They want to break things. There's a local college, university, Framingham State, going through. They've had some protests recently, and the students are banging on the walls of the campus police station, and just scramble out throughout the campus just to be assholes. I mean, there's nothing. They're not delivering a point, and I've had this argument or debate with many people who say, well, that's what they're doing. They're trying to create awareness. No, to me, that's not awareness.
No, they're just skipping out and doing homework and class.
Exactly, because I know those guys out there that, a friend out on the left coast there, he's just as, he can be just as difficult in some of those topics.
I think he's just disillusioned and pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
The truth, though, and I am right there with you. He and I'm sure Bumpa would love for them to protest in places like Sierra Leone, Iran, or some other third world shithole.
Yeah.
Yep. Good luck to you. You want to do that? They're not going to use hoses and flashbangs and going like this. Hold on a second. All right, kids, time to go home. Mommy's calling. Go home. No, seriously, grow up, people. I had another point. Fuck.
Well, going along with that, as far as the college kids doing their thing, I find local schools, like high schools and middle schools, hold their students more accountable than colleges do with the students. College students, they're so babied and coddled, it's fucking ridiculous. The administration's like, last year or whatever, during the Ferguson thing and all over the place, they had the Black Lives thing everywhere. That places like Harvard and all the big schools were giving their kids a break
days off.
Days off, or they
to protest.
Yep, they postponed exams or whatever, finals, so they could protest.
They gave them thumb-sucking rooms to go to feel safe.
You know what? If you're in high school, you can't. You miss it.
No, they're doing that.
So very few.
They're allowing them to go up.
Now, I find more, like at least on a high school level, many of the school districts are a lot less tolerant than colleges are.
When I was in school, we protested something. High school. I never went to college. I didn't. I lived like a college student now. Fuck. Binge drinking and eating pizza all the time. But when we came across something that we didn't like, and I can't remember the exact reason why, but I remember we staged a protest in between periods. Everybody did something in a hallway, and then we moved on. That was our one, FU.
Yeah.
Yeah, some high schools are giving extra credit for protesting.
Yep, yep. I'm not saying not all of them are like that, but I mean, I know it is. But overall, they're not. Overall, they're not as coddling as colleges and universities are.
There is,
in numbers wise,
in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the People's Republic of Massachusetts, a middle school teacher out there teaching his class to do the Black Power salute.
Oh, yeah.
And is teaching Black Lives Matter shit.
Yep. Should be shit canned.
Yeah, and prosecuted.
For what?
Domestic terrorism.
All right. Well, yeah. You wouldn't get that.
They want to label the Triple K domestic terrorism.
Yeah, I understand that.
Black Lives Matters. It's the exact same thing.
Right, but teaching it in a class,
on different
teaching
levels.
it in a class, which is completely wrong, and I agree. Shit can blah blah blah. But teaching, he's going to argue he's teaching the fundamentals of whatever he believes is the Black Lives Matter and the Black Panthers and all the
middle school kids don't need to know that shit.
So, well, you know what? I bet most of them, the black
some
kids,
of those kids are
most of the black kids already know it. From what's been told from their own families.
Well, the twisted end,
and it is, it's very twisted. But you're right; it doesn't belong in school. But there would be no grounds to press charges against the guy. There's definitely grounds to can him, because it's not conductive. It's not a
conducive,
productive curriculum. That's
okay.
Or it probably wasn't part of his submitted curriculum.
Those people don't know what true oppression is. They're trying to be their students' friends, which is similar to the parents are trying to be their kids' friends. Be a parent. Don't give the kid this idea that the world is his or her oyster.
Yeah.
And it is just theirs to open and enjoy.
Right.
No, the world is tough. Get a helmet, people. Life is tough.
Well, we had this conversation not too long ago with a friend's in regards to his son. And he was like, well,
fucking clueless.
Because, my son, he said he didn't do it.
I'm thinking that's got to be the conservative caramel.
Yeah. Hello, you're on.
What's going on, boy?
Show. What's going on, man?
Hey, how are you, man? We figured that you'd jump in on this one.
Some people's children, I tell you, you can't lock them in a closet, and it's still illegal to try to see if you can drown a person in 3 inches of water, I tell you.
A little bit of waterboarding never killed it. Well, I guess it.
Right.
But it's parenting. I was just about to say that we have a friend that, he is adamant that because his kid said he didn't do it. But at the same time, admitted that, I'm like, well, has your son ever lied to you before? Oh, yeah. Okay, so, but he's telling me he didn't do it. How many times before has he lied to you? He's lied to you before. Well, he's telling me this time he's not lying. Well, he didn't tell you he was lying before, did he? Right?
I mean, one of my favorite things, and I got to tell him this. This comes from one of the wisest people I've ever heard speak. Her name is Judge Judith Scheindlin. Do you know how you can tell an 11 or 12-year-old is lying? Their lips are moving.
Their lips are moving.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
The thing that gets me frustrated is all these kids get all this empowerment and all this, you're special, you can do this, you go ahead and protest, you have a voice. And, you should learn about, peaceful protests and, having a voice. But
right.
I'm sorry, when a teacher's going out there teaching about, Black Lives Matters and how important that is, but your class can't pass like a basic state, math or reading, writing, arithmetic.
Yeah.
And then you got college teachers. These are the old, the feminists and the Marxists from like the 60s and 70s that are now in, positions of authority, making six figures.
Yeah.
Going out there teaching people, hey, having a white family, that's racist.
Oh, I heard about that one. That was the white nuclear family is the core of racism in America. Really? Really? Just having children, now you're a racist because you had white children?
Yeah, you gotta. But then they would say the same thing if you I hate to sound bad, mixed breed. They'd be like, oh my God, you're getting all these half and halves. What's this? What's that?
I think whoever you want to be with, that is absolutely great.
Well, yeah, but now because you're having a white family that you're racist, so that.
But you're perpetuating more white people in the world.
Yeah,
and it's like okay. So what am I supposed to do? I can go around having a bunch of half-breed kids, which not a bad thing, but that's kind of who I wanted to be with.
Exactly.
And I was talking about this last night. There's this one lady, this professor over at City College in New York, and she's saying, well, if you got a house and you're giving it as an inheritance, you're passing white supremacy. And I'm thinking to myself, why wouldn't you want what's best for your children?
Yeah.
It just blows my mind because you're just supposed to give it away.
Right.
Okay. How much is she giving away? That's what I want to know.
The same people that complain about, capital corporate greed. And, corporate greed, that one always strikes me as the funniest because the people that bitch about that the most are the ones that go to Starbucks. And Starbucks, who's like one of the biggest fucking companies out there, talk about corporate greed. Starbucks.
Right.
Oh, but they give their employees like bonuses if they go to college. Great, yeah.
Right. Instead of paying a minimum wage, you pay $1 more. So they're a better company because, I don't know, they pay more than minimum wage, but that doesn't cure everything. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
And they made up a name for a fucking job too. Yeah. There's nothing. No one ever called anybody a barista before Starbucks.
I just call it. I called it a waitress before. That's kind of how I broke it down.
It sucks. It sucks.
I called it what I did when I was serving coffee at what the fuck was that? The cookie place, Mrs. Fields. I was counter help.
Yeah, you were counter, all right.
Yeah,
counterproductive.
I did eat a lot of the cookies. Yeah, I ate a lot.
How could you not?
But I didn't turn into the chunkalunks that we got running around now, or not running around out there now. Well, it's too dangerous for a child to go out and play. They might get abducted by a pedophile.
Either that, or they might get an owie or something like that. And God forbid, or somebody might win a game. I mean, we wouldn't want that.
I hear kids are not going to be let out without a helmet or padding all over them.
That just kind of breaks my heart because, what for you? I mean, you could have been 8, 9 years old, but the one thought that was constant in everybody's kid's head was, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was the most magical sound in the world.
Thanks, Ed, for giving me those flashbacks right there. I took many, many rocket balls to the face. I am trying to find that.
Do you feel triggered at that point?
Oh, my God. I am going to go out and protest now. I am going to go and protest your show. And I'm like, come on.
Well, you know what? You should feel good, though. There's going to be a group of people in Boston that are going to be screaming at the sky on November 4th. So, you could join up with them and just start. Yeah.
That's right. The fucking lunatics that are going to be out there. November 4th. Am I working?
A fall Beaver moon.
I want to go out there with some fireworks.
I just want to go there so I can YouTube it. That would be great.
I want to go there with fireworks and then watch everybody panic. Terrorist!
What an asshole. You are an asshole.
I know.
Oh. Hey, man, I got to give you props giving Jen a microphone. Brave.
I heard about that.
But yeah, like I said earlier, she jumped in the dialogue right away.
So
what's that?
No, go ahead.
Oh, we're cutting out here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You were going to say something.
No, I'm scared. Now she's got the mic, and all of a sudden she's running shop here. She put on a clinic last night.
I gotta tell you, Ed, you have to get her a stand so that she won't hold the microphone and possibly throw it at you across the room.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that part.
No, you got to get that stuff out of her hands before she hits you violently. You know.
I was thinking of just kind of clearing the area and say, hey, everything within this circle, or you see the circle right here, you don't go beyond it. That's it. Something, ask for it. Well, I'll figure a way of making it happen. But then again, the microphone's got a long enough cord, she can kind of toss it back and then reel it back in like she's fishing.
Oh, but it was actually very, very neat to hear her actually talking, opposed to in the background conversation. You know what I mean? It was really nice to hear her as right up.
And she brings.
Loser, you should be deported.
I finally got some money. My EBT came in. No, and it was fine. And I got to listen to the show again this morning because I always try to listen to it the day after, just to, you sit there and kind of critique yourself and kind of go over things. And having her in the background in the past. I usually
bury my head in my hands when I listen to half of the show, and then I stop listening. To mine.
Well, I thought about doing that, but I was driving at the time, and that just never works out well. Of course, she would say I suck. But at the same point, getting her...
the internet's having a hard time.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Too. What do you got there?
Yeah.
You're going to...
Let's close a few windows here.
Oh, that could be too.
Yeah.
We got to get some more RAM.
Oh, yeah, I got to RAM you. Not like that, yeah.
Fuck.
Motherfucker, yeah, you take it the wrong way. That didn't sound right either.
I'm calling the police.
Hopefully that'll be a little better. I had a bunch of windows open, so and the way the way the internet is now, you open up a page, they got it's got 3 different things playing on it, so
could be.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was a great show. I haven't listened. I got a little more than halfway through on your last show. And I'll probably finish the rest later.
All right, man. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you very much. So let me not all your time, though. So you guys go ahead and do your thing. I'll be listening, and I'll be back in the chat room with everyone else.
All right, man.
Outstanding. Thanks for calling in, man.
Later, Ed.
All right, brother. Take care.
You too.
See you.
All right, bye.
All right. So what I'm going to do...
What are you going to do?
I am going to play the flip side of assholes in the news.
Okay.
And go with assholes who want to be reporting the news but can't because they're a fucking Fruit Loop. All right, so this is video of a school bus that got T-boned by that shitbird in New York City, okay? So this is unedited, raw video of this guy right here. He's running around with a cell phone streaming this live to the world.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. They're stuck in here.
Oh shit, are you okay?
There's a child behind there.
Oh my God. Are you okay? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
So the bus is a short bus. It's filled with handicapped children, and the side windows are all smashed out. The school bus driver is trying to get the kids out. At the same time, this Fruit Loop, who was hiding across the street just a few moments ago, is now running around in the street with his camera phone in one hand.
Like a fucking idiot.
And this is what he said. Now, I'm sure, and this footage was used by most of the major media outlets. So I'm going to continue.
We have
on.
it here, folks.
I'm gonna continue on to the rest of this.
All right.
Hey, can you call 911?
Okay, so
let me state the obvious. Please.
Let's go back here. Okay, he's holding.
Yes, just on the phone.
Hey, can you call 911?
Getting the video, and especially in this type of situation. It's a school bus. It looked like a special needs bus.
It is. When the camera, the guy shoves the camera right in the kid's face, and he's got this look on his face. Poor kid.
I have no idea what happened.
No, he's got this guy.
And I understand not everyone is emotionally or mentally capable of handling a situation like that. Some people do panic and something like that.
Oh, you want to hear
panic? He clearly
panic?
did that. But I mean, it's just
you want to hear panic.
Help. People need help. You got to let it do.
Here comes some panic.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I need an ambulance right here.
So who's he telling that to? The rest of the world now?
Yeah, there's somebody else standing. You know,
who's commenting on his Now, I'm sorry, Patty Cakes. I know you're in the room and you just had dinner with Abby, and we wish Abby the best. There are times in your life that you're not going to be able to live stream everything. One of those that I also don't recommend you do, and a lot of people are doing it. And I did post this about like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago on my personal page. It just popped up, as a matter of fact, just recently about it. Many people, it was the picture of this fake evacuation route. Please don't tweet that there's a fire. Just evacuate. Get out, then tweet.
Right.
Many people are dying because they're trying to tweet that there's a...
Yeah.
They're dying like that.
Right. Delaying themselves and getting out.
But, I mean, there was a lot of damage to this bus. Those kids, I'm hoping that they didn't get too badly hurt.
Right here. The guy T-boned. Come on. There's kids right there.
Yes, we know. There's a school bus. There's kids
Right.
in a school bus.
Oh, my God.
So he just got bum rushed out of the street by NYPD.
When that video started, he's looking down the street where the cops were. So he probably saw the shooting. That's when he started recording, probably like right after the shooting started.
You can actually see the truck in the middle of the intersection. Its hazard lights are flashing.
All right, hold on.
This is the beginning again. This goes right to the beginning. Now, he ran to the side that got fucked
Hey, can I
up.
get the kids out?
But he didn't notice it until like the third time. You can see it in the video.
Right,
but
he keeps
so
on
he's
going
holding
back
the
and
phone.
forth, back and... Wow, look at the side of that bus. It's just all fucked up, and he didn't see it.
The cops okay? Can you tell what happened?
We didn't have. We got to move them out.
Yeah.
They're stuck in here.
Oh, shit. Are you
There's
okay?
that child behind there.
Oh, my God. Are you okay? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, can you call 911?
That still just is going to get me every fucking time.
Oh, my God.
That's what he sees, all right?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Okay. I
You should post that on our page so people can see that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, no, I can't because I can't log into Chrome on that. I'll figure it out. But I got it. Don't worry, I got it.
On your phone, just...
Nope, I'll do it.
Oh.
But that's assholes trying to report the news. So, hold on a second. Let's see if I can try this. Give me 1 second here. This is going to be a little tricky here.
They're stuck in here.
Oh, shit. Are you
There's
okay?
that child behind there.
Oh, my God. Are you okay? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, can you call 911? Oh, my God.
Maybe the child died.
Oh, my God. Okay. I need an ambulance right here.
Now, obviously,
I'm only making fun of that guy, not the situation.
Yeah, you can tell he's by means no type of emergency management director.
He is by no means a good human being, for Christ's sake. Somebody call 911. You're holding a phone, you douche nozzle.
He's a decent human being for saying call 911. He might not even said that. Think about it.
He's holding a device.
But he could have just not said anything. Just
quickly.
He didn't say anything.
He could have.
At least he told someone else call 911.
Perhaps there are people...
He should have. I agree. He should have. But
now we're going to come up with issues of people all over the country calling 911. Because some guy on Periscope told me to call 911 because I'm watching it right here on that a bus got hit by a terrorist who took out and killed 8 people, injured 12, something like that.
Yeah.
And now they're calling it the biggest terror attack in New York City since September 11th. Don't say that shit. Just stop with that shit. Major news outlets. It's a terror attack.
Yep.
Leave it at that.
You don't know how. You don't know. You don't know.
I know.
It's we don't like to say terrorist. Nope. We don't like to use the word.
No, I'm fine with saying the word terrorist. It's becoming a
Islamic
buzzword that is becoming all too common and overused, I think. Everything.
What is terrorist?
Yeah, everything could be a terrorist attack.
Well, it is, but it isn't. We say terrorist attack because the media and everything won't say it. there's a lot of
they
media
say
outlets.
way too much. They said that this guy, that the nut job in Las Vegas was a terror attack.
And
The FBI said this is a lone nut.
right. But then when
hotel.
it's supposed to be a terrorist attack, they don't. Because they're always afraid to say Islamic terror. They don't want to say that Islamic terrorism. Oh, we just want to, they want to. I forget what the other word they were using before, but they don't want to say Islamic terrorism. It is, but there are plenty of people out there that are against that and hate that. I do want to point out something funny that was posted October 29th on Twitter. I think I shared it on our page. You can see that at Pisser Show. A girl, some douchebaggish chick. She is. You'll find her at Glacier Face, GLASERFACE. Or her phone number is 202-224-3121. Again, it's 202-224-3121. That's the page. The numbers are on the page. She's a Black Lives Matter supporter, although I think she's white. She is a Twitter user / social justice Twitter warrior who is mad at the racist, she'd call him a racist University of Nevada, Reno police officer, Antonio Gutierrez. Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez. Decided to go, this is what she's saying, decided to go as a racist portrayal of Colin Kaepernick. I don't know if you saw this. He dressed up as Colin Kaepernick for a Halloween party. And it's funny because he's got a T-shirt, with tape said 49ers, his number on it. And he's got a sign around his neck saying, "We'll stand for food." And he's got the big bushy hair.
Yeah.
Got the big bushy hair.
I thought
and
I saw
he's got a
something
fucking
like that.
honker,
Yeah.
just like fucking Kaepernick has. And he's posing with a picture with looks like to be his girlfriend, who dressed up as a sex kitten of sort. But he put this on his own personal, I think, Instagram account, and the girl, as I said, Glacier Face, immediately complained to the chief of the University Police Department, and there's not much he can do in regards to it. I don't know if he was suspended, the officer, or not. That's about as much as he can do. No other real action, but there is no policy in place that prevents him from doing anything. At most, I think the chief would have his conduct unbecoming, but it's not. I mean, it's just he dressed up for humorous purposes, and do know the officer himself was Hispanic, and
That's on our Twitter feed.
it'll be in there. I shared it on the 30th. So I said we give this costume a 10. Awesome. The pussification of America is because of whining people like you complaining about a Halloween costume. So,
Well, everybody complains about a Halloween costume.
oh yeah,
It kind of fucking triggers them.
yep. If you dress up like in schools now, you can't wear a mask when you go to school. You can't carry obviously toy guns. That's something that's changed a long time ago. But then there's limits. Schools obviously will determine what's appropriate, not appropriate. Too much blood would probably be inappropriate. Too scary. You can't be a scary clown.
No, Kaepernick grew up white, right?
Right. He was adopted by white parents.
Yeah. And now he's just embraced his...
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know, but I had to bring that up. I just think, this girl, she has taken a lot of shit, but of course she, built up a bit of a following. She is a bit of a motor mouth, though, because she has about 1,000 followers, but she's got 55,000 tweets. So she's constant going. But she is proud of her bitching, but I don't know. I just had to point that out. I think some people have gone too far complaining about the Halloween costumes. I know there were some other Halloween costume issues. I should have got those articles, but I don't know. I just can't stand fucking whining, bitchy people.
So I think I can sum up the pussification of America
Yeah.
in a quick phrase. Lack of accountability.
And that comes from everybody. Parents, teachers.
Blame someone else for you not making the grade,
Yeah.
for you not getting the acceptance to the school, for you getting a house when you really couldn't afford it, but you just kind of decided to get it anyways because the bank was offering you that.
Yeah.
You know, because someone offers you something doesn't mean that you should take it.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can turn it down and say, no thanks. That's not good for me right now. I don't get it. It's like our friend on the left coast there, freaking out. Banks should be put in jail.
Oh, God.
I don't agree with the banks being bailed out.
Nope.
It's private industry.
Yeah.
My money is in a local bank. It's not in a large international bank.
You're right.
It's not. That's why I won't go with those large international banks.
You're right. But the problem being is, whether you know it or not, your local bank could be very well tied with those bigger banks.
Oh, they're doing business
Yeah.
with. Yes,
So,
absolutely.
I mean, that's going to trickle all the way
There
over.
is, but the thing is, I also only have $8.75 in that account. That ain't really going to hurt me that much.
Yeah.
I got more credit than I do have money, for Christ's sake. I have more debt than I have money. But let the banks go under. Let the car companies go under, for fuck's sake. When the government... Really? Where were they when Two Dudes Treasures needed help? They weren't helping us. We weren't a national treasure, apparently. Oh, no, you know what? We weren't paying the government, the politicians, millions of dollars in kickbacks. That's right.
So
I have a video here of...
Ooh, video.
Yeah, well, obviously you'll be listening to the audio, folks. Bernie is her name? Yeah, Bernie, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have much more information on it. Bernie, she, a black woman who destroys the whole white privilege myth. And
I think I've heard this before.
let's give it a couple of minutes here.
thinking a lot about white privilege, and as black people, do we need to believe in something called white privilege? And what does it say for us as black people when we believe in this concept of white privilege? So white privilege is the concept that no matter what, if you're white, you're doing better than any black person ever because your skin is white. Doesn't matter if you're homeless. Doesn't matter if you're in prison. Doesn't matter. You're doing way better than every black person because your skin is white. So a lot of times these social justice warriors will say, oh, you're white, you don't have to worry about the cops harassing you. Well, I don't worry about cops harassing me. I'm a black woman and I live in Texas. I have actually been to jail for tickets. For 9 days, I went to jail for tickets. And I'm not oppressed. There were more white people in there than black people, to be honest. I know that isn't the norm when it comes to prison sentences, that there are a lot of black people in jail. But I tell you what, a lot of black people deserve to be in jail because of the crimes they commit in their neighborhoods. Our neighborhoods, how's that? See? I moved out of the black neighborhood when I was a kid because my single black mother said, you know what? People are breaking into our place all the time and we're not safe here. So you know what we did? We moved to the first white neighborhood that we could afford. It happened to be a trailer park, and we were the first black people in this trailer park. But it was safe. We never got robbed when I lived there. And I actually grew up in a town called White Settlement as a little black kid. in Texas, and I do not feel oppressed. I got to go to college, and my SAT scores were not that high. They weren't really high enough to just grant me admission. But I had to get a little interview, and they probably saw, oh, black female, let her in. There's probably some white kid with more qualifications than me, better SAT scores, who didn't get in because I did. I have privilege. When I went to Ghana recently, there were black people in the first class section and white people back there in coach. There's no such thing as white privilege.
Yeah,
if you are getting bent out of shape by me saying there's no such thing as white privilege, then you're a black person that loves your victim status and you got a big fat chip on your shoulder that Mr. Steinberg put there through the media that you bought into. Or you're a white person who has some sort of social justice-y kind of white guilt and yet superiority thing going on, that you feel that you are superior and that you do have privilege, and you kind of, want to keep that, and you don't want somebody like me saying, wait a minute, no, you're not privileged. If you go to work every single day and you work a 40-hour work week or more, you're not privileged. If you pay taxes, you're not privileged. You got a mortgage, you got a car payment, you're not privileged. If you had to apply for your job, you're not privileged. The real privileged people in our society are probably more like the movie makers, the politicians, etc., etc. And all of those people happen to be Jewish. So if we were to really break it down, say that Jewish people have privilege, not white people.
No, stop the tape. Stop the tape. We don't want to get into a different debate.
Black people probably actually, due to affirmative action, have more privilege than white people. I had a friend whose husband, they're both white, he kind of fell in some hard times before they got together, and he went to get some food stamps. They told his ass to go get a job. He didn't get any food stamps. But if I were to make like 5, 6 babies, I'd get a house, I'd get food stamps, I'd get some cash. So that's privilege. The real people that are oppressed in our society are probably white men. Those are the real oppressed people, because there's this campaign against white men that is it's really quite contrived. And it's really transparent. If you have any kind of IQ, you can see through this rubbish. And that's why the anti-social justice movement has so many fans. I, for one, am also a fan, because I don't want people policing language. I don't want people pulling out my race card and throwing it on the table whenever they see fit, that don't really like black people. The social justice warriors, I find, are the most racist of all. Whenever I say white privilege is a myth, they're the ones that get angry, and they say they feel sorry for me. Why do you feel sorry for me? Because I don't feel like a victim. I'm sitting here telling you from my own experience. Black woman in Texas. Been to Europe. I've traveled. Okay? Been to Africa. I know what it's like in other places. And I still don't feel oppressed here in Texas. You know what? If someone doesn't like me, the fuck do I care? I have so many friends. I have family. I have people that do like me. And I don't care if someone in their heart hates black people. They probably have a valid reason. If I don't like a certain group of people, I have my own history with that group of people that I refer to, and I say, you know what? Whenever I'm around them, it's a bad smell. Or there's a, bunch of fucking fighting or something like that, and I don't want to be around those people. So that is my choice. And you say, hey, it's wrong to raise people, that if you're a racist, you shouldn't raise children. I don't think you should feed your children McDonald's. I think if you take your children to McDonald's, you should have your children taken from you. That's my opinion. Okay? And if somebody wants to say, hey, honey, I don't want you to hang out with this group, you know, and they want to raise their kids that way, that's none of our goddamn business. As long as someone doesn't touch you and hurt you in some way, you know, physically, who gives a damn what they think? If someone doesn't like your group, get over it. Get over it. Find some friends that do like you. Friends and family. That's what you got in this world. Friends and family. And if you don't have friends, it's probably because you're unpleasant or you're a whiny bitch baby. So, that's my rant about that. If you don't like, you know, a certain group of people, if you choose to be racist, great. Great. I don't care. As long as people are nice and get me the things I want when I'm out and about and they're serving me, or, you know, I don't care. I don't care if someone secretly doesn't like me. And I would encourage everyone else to just kind of grow up. And if someone doesn't like you, get the fuck over it and find yourself some friends. And if you can't find friends, look to yourself and become more pleasant. That's my advice.
I'll let that soak in. We'll take a quick break.
I said, baby, you're standing there so sweet. You flirt around with the guy that you meet. I said, lady, now what you gonna do? Why don't you come over here? Let's talk about me and you. You will lay with me, could change your life. And one night with me, if you treat me right. I said, baby, now make up your mind. Yeah, you know damn well I don't like your kind. I said, baby, you got one chance. Now don't say no, don't tell me that you can't. You will lay with me, could change your life. You will lay with me, if you treat me right. Watch out! I said, baby, now what you gonna do? Why don't you come over here? Let's talk about me and you. I said, lady, yeah, tonight could be your night. Yeah, only if you decide to treat me right. You see, you would lay with me, could change your life. And would lay with me, if you treat me right.
All right. We had a mic drop there, and
And never picked it up.
yeah. All right. I wanted to go back to last week's show in our little simulcast and give an update on the GoFundMe page.
Oh, okay.
It is still open. People are still giving.
What are they up to?
GoFundMe.com/ALYSSA-XOXO. That's Alyssa-XOXO. We had Kelsey donated.
Excellent.
A couple other friends of both of the shows had donated. And we are up to $3,020.
Very nice, very nice.
So it's helping Alyssa fight for her life. She's
Post it on our page. Keep it going.
real person who needs real help. And if we can all band together and help people.
Yeah.
As
A legit GoFundMe. A lot of people are skeptical of GoFundMe these days.
As
because
opposed
of,
to the Claremont mother for
why?
all. And,
Right.
and the kid got beat up because he probably mouthed off to the wrong people.
Yeah.
A little thing called danger. I got to lead into our next news story.
Go for it.
All right, everybody out there has been paying attention to this little thing going on with a star. All the sex accusations coming and flying around. Now Kevin Spacey's involved in this.
Yeah, but like I said with that one raises the red flag.
It does, but you can't really just run to hate Kevin Spacey all of a sudden. And if you do, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Although this was dug up, I heard this off of WAAF in Boston, the Hillman Morning Show, and it kind of, I drove in silence during the entire thing going, what the fuck is he talking about? So this is an excerpt from Kevin Spacey's Best Actor 2000 when he won for, what's that fucking movie now? I just drew a blank.
American Beauty.
American Beauty.
Men of Savare.
Don't look at me like that. Stop. Don't look at me. No, don't make that noise. That's that. Don't make that noise either. No more of that. He walked in the door. I had to open up the window.
Bastard.
I don't know what you did, but all right. So this is an excerpt from his 2000 Oscar speech. He looked a little pale, and he said this.
To my friends, for pointing out my worst qualities. I know you do it because you love me. And that's why I love playing Lester. Because we got to see all of his worst qualities and we still grew to love him. And this movie to me is all about how any single act from any single person put out of context is damnable.
American Beauty when he was trying to bang an underage girl.
And now Anthony Rapp pops up with this interesting little tidbit of I don't know. The Weinstein thing. Weinstein.
Yeah. Harvey Weinstein.
I don't know if this is all real. I'm sure he's been an asshole and abused some people. But I think we have something now because of the internet. We have a me next syndrome.
Yeah.
Where someone's like, well, fuck this. I'm getting on this. I'm going to be famous. And so me next. Bill Cosby had the same thing. This person, and they all come running out once one person comes out now because, they're so courageous. Yeah, well, they are courageous for stepping forward and
coming out like
when
that.
When it actually happens to you. Now, it's really tough after 11 people come out and 32 are more waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
It made sometimes it's difficult to believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This turned serious, didn't it? No sound effects for this.
No, you're slacking over there.
So Kevin Spacey's gay now?
I would have thought that he's been gay for quite a while. I always see he never really had a solid, did he? I don't think.
I mean, I don't give a rat's ass. I think he's an amazing actor.
No, but I mean, if that would explain a lot of, I don't say bad, but things of like, rap at 14 years old, that could explain a few things. You know what I mean? Or make it. I think the biggest thing that stuck out to me was his comment that he doesn't recall which understandable, he doesn't recall from the party because, even like you said back then, a lot of drugs and alcohol.
30
I get that.
years ago, also.
30 years ago, drugs and alcohol. He doesn't remember the party. But what gets me is that he says, if I did it, I owe him a serious apology. Well, if he did it, that means there's underlying tones there that's not out of his behavior. You know what I mean? That would not be completely abnormal for him, or he has done it before. Because, I can tell you right now that I have zero interest, sober or drunk for a 14-year-old boy, so there's no.
Okay, so what I'm reading here, Anthony Rapp, who's best known for playing Mark Cohen in the Broadway film adaptation of Rent. He also is on the new Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
And he plays a gay character, which is odd.
Yeah.
And also Spacey, who plays a questionable sexuality in, what do you call it, House of Cards.
Yeah.
I guess he came on to him at a party. Tried to come on to him when he was 14. So, we've got, 30 years ago? It was, in the 80s?
Yeah. Well, 30 years ago from now?
14.
Yeah, mid-80s. Yeah, that would be 87.
So he's blasted out of his mind on cocaine and whatever else.
Yeah.
Sees a guy who he thinks is attractive, decides to hit on him, and then just goes, and can't remember it. But Anthony Rapp obviously remembered it.
Yeah.
Didn't actually do anything.
No. But the guy is 14 at the time.
Yep. Now, there was also someone else, Drew Barrymore, at that time, who had a major coke problem when she was a little kid.
Yeah.
And drinking problem when she was 16. And she had been in rehab 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Now, this is not me laying blame on anybody or anything like that. This is me just kind of trying to spin it all in my head and hear what people are trying to say. But now all of a sudden they're running after him, maybe 20 years ago. So this is what is going on for Kevin Spacey now. The Emmys have completely revoked plans to give Spacey a special award next month. Netflix has canceled House of Cards,
which was already expected to be canceled soon anyway.
It was because the story was going to run its course, but they're going to completely halt production. And even after they said they would finish season 6, I think Netflix is hemorrhaging money again. So this is a good excuse as any to pull the plug on one of the most successful TV series out there. And they're afraid to be associated with someone who may or may not have, depending upon... Because Anthony Rapp could also be mistaken as to... I mean, he was 14. He may not have come on...
It could be a misinterpretation, but
we don't know
14
what
is
happened
different than
30 years
4,
ago.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I remember 14, a lot better than, being 4 years old. I mean, I was 14, you might not remember everything from 14, but if this stands out, you remember it. It's not questionable. Oh, no, I don't think you did that. But if it stands out, then obviously he remembers it pretty well. That's something that stands out.
Right, but if you think about it, Rap, who's 46 now, this incident happened.
Yeah,
84 maybe 80.
So 86.
86.
Math.
Yeah, 86. So and now Weinstein's getting his fucking teeth kicked in for a good cause.
Right, but it's not only him though. Several other, a lot of producers, a lot of Hollywood in general, taking a whack because of it.
Hollywood is the most incestuous, fucked up business out there.
Oh, yeah, but
next to politics.
And there's a lot of comedians, though. I couldn't even think of that are making fun of it though, saying, "Well, I never got, nobody came on me. What's wrong? Why not me? Right? Why not me?"
I have actually said that. Now, I know, and then I went to Catholic schools a lot when I was younger. Never got abused. Never got caught up in that bullshit. I know people who have, and it's an awful thing. But I must have been a fucking ugly child because no priests were coming after me. I was an altar boy, and I never.
You couldn't sell yourself.
No, I couldn't fucking whore myself out. I'm wearing a little altar boy thing there and carrying the cross, lighting candles, and drinking the wine after church. Getting drunk with the priest in the back, but he ain't touching me. He's touching the other kid. I know, weird guilt on that.
Oh my god!
But we are the Wicked Business Show, and we pick the weirdest shit to compare everything to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Kevin. When Rap first met Spacey in '86, he was a couple of months into Broadway run of Precious Son, starring Ed Harris and Judith Ivey, for which Rap was receiving significant praise. At the same time, Spacey was enjoying his first major break with a supporting role alongside his idol Jack Lemmon in a revival of Long Day's Journey into Night. Both productions earning enough critical attention, the cast were attending celebratory events. It was one of those events where he met Kevin Spacey for the first time. Let's see. This could actually go into that. Let's see. Meeting a lot of actors. Late night post-show gatherings. Rap had relocated from Illinois. I hate trying to read Illinois. It always fucks me up. With his mom, Mary. Rhapsody. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to touch base. I know it was, I think we may have discussed it a couple of weeks ago, but, Eminem came out with that video, or, had a new release, so fuck Trump, kill Trump, whatever.
Who did that? Oh, Eminem did?
Yeah. And
is he even relevant anymore?
No, and Snoop Dogg also did a recent album release where on the cover he's standing there with a crypt blue color solo cup. It's the picture itself is mostly black and white, with him with a cup obviously over like a corpse in a morgue, right? With the only other color thing is the American flag over the body with a toe tag to Trump.
So that's two
now on the Secret Service radar.
Right? Well, no, I mean this is two idiots who are so desperate for attention that they're going to try a
absolutely. They're barely holding on
to. What the fuck
was
was that cow's name? The redheaded bitch, Kathy. So they're all going to try a Kathy Griffith thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's been done.
Career suicide,
guys. Psst, guys. It's been done. Go do something else. It's not funny. It's not relevant anymore. No.
And that's the thing too is they look at it, or anyone can look at it, is that half the people, or 45% support Trump. They tell you folks, about 45% support Trump. Okay, and then then there's that probably 10-15% that don't want anybody in the race. And then they kind of just pick somebody anyway. And then there's still another 35% out there that really wanted Hillary, So,
oh my God.
I know. But,
I mean, the bitch can't figure out which name she wants to use, Rodham or Clinton. Come on. No hyphen. No more hyphens. No more fucking hyphens.
The point I like to make, regardless of who becomes president, and usually in almost every single presidency, half the population does not like your fucking choice. Think about it. Almost always. I mean, it's always because, as far back as I can remember, it's usually, the 40-50 split, 50-something, it's quite often a 50-50 split in the polls, I mean, the presidents win by just a million votes. I mean, that a million votes, yeah, that's a lot of votes, but it's a fraction when there's 330 million people. You know what I mean? So it's, I'm looking at it. Everyone complains. People are looking at Trump, fuck this, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You're part, I hate to tell you, the true Trump haters. Like I said, I know not everyone's thrilled with Trump like you. Not everyone's.
You know what? I want to see what he has to offer as a
but
president.
You're not at the same time. You're not a true Trump hater.
No,
right? And the true Trump haters. I hate to tell you, people, the minority. All right, you got the people that truly outright bash Trump completely or want him in prison or whatever for God knows what reason because you have nothing on him yet. You're the minority. You're the maybe 20%, and basically you're the sore sports because you didn't get your choice. That's how I look at it. At every presidency, think about it. When Obama won, it wasn't my choice, but you know what? Okay, well, you got to deal with it.
Yeah, no,
I didn't go out burning anything, and
I refused to call him president.
Yeah,
but I mean that was my own little protest in my mind, and you know what? It's the first time I've ever told anybody that.
Yeah, I mean, I very rarely called him. I don't recall calling him President Obama. I always
just called him Obama.
Yeah, and I think that's what most people did, Obama. And if you think about it, the fact that so many people call him Obama over President Obama, or the president, I think it's just we always referred to him as Obama. Right there really shows probably how many people did not really approve of him. We tolerated him. And that's I guess the hard part I don't get from the snowflakes, the people that are flipping out on the other side, the Black Lives Matter folks.
Well, we've got a generation of kids here who have never lost anything. So.
And, but you know what? You have lost. If you think about it, you lost when Bush was president. Okay, you lost when Reagan was president. You lost when old man Bush was president, and now you lost when Trump was president. You got to learn to suck it up like we do. You go back and forth. Most likely, I hate to tell you, and a lot of professionals or experts, all those consultants, whatever, will tell you Trump will most likely win another 4 years if he chooses to do it. And
I don't.
I mean, the experts, the polls say they're there. That he's at a support level where he probably would, and anyway, that's a couple years away. But, still, if you're to win, whatever, most likely after that, we probably end up with a Democrat president again. We tend to go back and forth. I mean, the way I always look at it is let one guy run the ship for 8 years, and then it's time to vote someone else to fuck this shit up.
Sure. Or 4 years, and if he completely fucks up.
When's the last time we had a 4-year president?
Carter.
He's in for 8 years. Unless we really fuck shit up. The fact that he says things that people don't like is not fucking shit up. Just because, he doesn't come off polished like you said. He's not fucking shit up. There's a lot of things he's done that have been fucking great.
Right, but nobody's the what do you call it? The nut jobs out there screaming and crying about the economy. They're screaming and crying about this, that, and the other thing. They've all got an agenda. They've all got something to complain about, and they're just going to continue on bitching and moaning and blaming Obama for everything that happens. And did I say blaming Obama?
Yeah.
It's getting close to that time, I think. But no, because I've been looking for the pastor Manning who shouts Obama. I want to use that as a soundbite. Obama. But
my argument, the whole presidency thing is the people that are, especially again going back to Snoop Dogg and Eminem, trying to basically buy support, buy fanfare from the haters. That's really what they're doing. They're jumping on that bandwagon to get some type of fan support because they don't have any. Their careers
trying to
are at the
become relevant
right.
again.
They're currently at a irrelevant or barely relevant career. They're well known, so they are
Sure.
They're relevant in that case. But
they got to do something to reignite.
Exactly. The cash flow is going down. I mean,
he can only what's his name? Stoop can only make so much money off of hanging off of Martha Stewart's.
But and that's another thing. Okay, is these celebrities they come back because they need to produce the money. Stop spending so much fucking money. All right,
they got entourages.
They're entourage, but again, these are the same fucking people that are
Bush 41.
These so why would I listen to a guy who is trying to stay relevant, trying to make money because he can't manage himself? Period. I have a hard time believing celebrities that are barely holding the career up, and also if they do have a career, it's.
I mean, they just fucking ripped apart all the stars up there going, the Friends, Matt Damon. Did you ever see that movie?
Oh, yeah, I know. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Oh, my God. The whole fucking thing is, you look at it and you're like, oh, my God. This is Hollywood today.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But Hollywood is trying to, they don't belong in politics. They don't belong trying to use their popularity for politics because it's also a good career suicide, too.
Oh, but, they have a crowd base. They have a fan base.
They do.
They should explain to them their views. And people should follow their views because they're so based in reality. These people are playing different characters week to week. They don't know what the fuck end is up.
But, the ones that do have the huge fan base, De Niro, Angelina Jolie, whatever.
Jolie's nuts.
They are...
Got a great rack, but she's nuts.
She has no rack.
Angelina Jolie? What?
You need to catch up with the times, brother. She has double breast cancer. She got nothing there. You got more boob than she does. So... Anyway, that's not nice.
Really?
Yeah. Oh God, I can't. You got to catch up with the times, man.
I guess I'm not watching too much TMZ, am I?
No, not enough. No. But anyway, they do have a fan base, so they try to utilize that. But it's not necessarily. They don't. I don't think they realize they lose some of that fan base. Yeah, they still have a fan base. They have millions of fans. They'll still have millions of fans after. But say they got. I don't know if there was a certification for it, okay? Say they had 10 million fans, okay? After they come out for one political stance, they might have 8 million fans because, what the? She's fucking nuts.
Well,
or whoever. De Niro, the same thing. He took a stance which pissed a lot of people off.
But don't forget. Still does.
I mean,
fans now are, I think it's a sickness. No, seriously, look at TMZ. There are people running around with fucking cameras. People who are famous just because they're famous. Just because some asshole with a camera goes up and snaps the Kardashians. The fuck have they ever done?
Nothing.
Exactly.
But
they're famous as fuck.
Yeah.
Paris Hilton. She's a bitch on wheels who just isn't bright enough to survive on her own, but she's making millions of dollars.
She's a
God knows what
filthy stinking heir to the rich, heiress.
Yeah, that's
heiress
probably
for the Hilton Foundation family.
There probably isn't much money left after.
Oh, there is. Yeah, there is. I mean,
I don't know. She's been pissing through that for years.
Well, she doesn't get much of it. She still has her parents are alive, and I mean, she'll get more and more as different family members die off or whatever.
And they both made porn. Yes,
that's right.
I
never did. I don't think I ever saw the Hilton one. Have you? Well, I'll have to find it. No, we don't. We don't. She's kind of like a toothpick anyway. So I mean, that's just like wrecking.
It was stupid. She was like,
Was she hammered though and high or something?
Probably high. But it's all shot in infrared.
Oh yeah, because it's dark, right?
So it looks
all
like
night vision.
It looks like drone footage. It's really drone porn.
They're just looking like half dead.
Yeah, she just wasn't. I mean, again, it goes back to Mr. Ed will side with me on this one. Scrambled porn. You know, you kind of see a warped purple boob when you were a kid, and you're like, oh, boob.
Yeah.
So we got to retitle tonight's show, Boob.
Boob. The boobies. Boobies. But yeah, you know, I hate Hollywood getting involved in that. And like I said, that, you know, a lot of people from the left or right, however you look at it, people that don't know which way is left or right, fucking
Sorry, Mr.
Sears
Ed,
catalog.
that is the Sears catalog.
Again, like I said, it's always been, yeah, you know what, you may hate Trump, but newsflash to you folks, more people like him than hate him, or at least tolerate him. You know what I'm saying? So the true haters, you're the minority. I think, you know, the true haters are really the cancer.
To counter their complaint.
Yeah.
Just complain. Throw it out there. Spit it at people. Cry. Handcuff yourself to some monster fucking hairy chick in the middle of a fucking highway. Disrupt emergency service.
Yeah. A child or a minority, a black male or Hispanic male,
God forbid,
died, got shot and killed, but that ambulance couldn't get through.
Nope, not their fault.
Not their fault. But if it was something else like a traffic jam or something like that, the police could have prevented, then it's the police fault. Someone died, and then that'll be another protest. There'll be a protest right there. You allowed him to die because you couldn't take care of the traffic, or you couldn't get this or whatever. That's that. You know, I can't fathom what these fucking people are thinking.
I'm going to give everybody a little homework assignment.
I don't
here.
feel like fucking
I know. You're going to
Louis
pop
Black.
a blood.
I feel like Louis Black. I love that guy. Like these fucking people, you know, they're just fucking nuts.
So I'm going to give everybody a homework assignment for the next show. I want everybody to look up protesters in the street get owned by motorists. Okay, no, I'm serious. I sat and one night I watched like a half hour of that, just straight
Plain humor, right?
And these people they're hitting a car, going, "I'm protesting here," and it's the guy in a 300. The funniest is the guy in a 300 took this rather large, rotund woman,
right over,
put her right up on the hood. Hit the brakes. She whoa right off the edge, and then of course they're blocking traffic. So who do they call? Call the police. Call 911. And you know, I'm sure the guy answering 911 must have gone like this. Yeah, were you one of the people protesting? That was the sound of a phone hanging up, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, you know what? And again, I've said on this show many times. If you're protesting, you're blocking traffic, you're not peaceful.
Fair game.
Yep, fair game. You're not peaceful. You know, and many people twist it. Well, they weren't fighting. They weren't doing this one. It doesn't matter. You are impeding on other people's rights. To me, that's not peaceful.
And you know the way I drive.
Oh, he'll go right
if you're
through
not
you.
in the crosswalk, you are fair game.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm getting a people catcher for the front.
A people catcher.
Yeah. Can't be cow catcher. Someone might call me,
Yeah. And you know what I mean? You know, we go.
So apparently, speaking of it, but I want to jump back on that. Apparently, Kevin Spacey was absolutely annihilated. This is from his memory. Was Rap was in Spacey's bedroom, and he went up there to watch TV, and
oh yeah, because everybody,
he
every
picked
kid
up-
goes into a strange man's bedroom to watch TV.
well, I mean, he was 17 when this happened.
14. 14. So how many times? You already said it 5 times. Now you ever forget how old he was?
I looked
14.
younger than 14.
Thank you.
17-year-old friend was visiting. It's
He was
okay,
14.
okay,
It might have been somebody else, but no. And Rap was 14.
But anyways, he picked him up and he put him back down on the bed and then fell on top of him.
Oh, I hate when that happens. You know, just the other day I picked a 13-year-old boy up right in my bed, and I just said, "Hey!" and I fell on top of him. Right? Yeah. What
Okay,
the
I'm
fuck
gonna end.
is
I'm
with
gonna
that?
end the show now.
No. Now you got me all fucking pissed off.
No, hold on a second. Get out of my house. No.
Right? Who are you?
Who the fuck are you?
seriously. I mean, I picked him up. I picked him up and fell on top of him. First of all, what grown man is picking up someone else's kid? You know, I mean, I can understand if it was like his own son and they're horse playing. That's what you do. You're at home. That's fine. You know, but you don't fall on some somewhat strange boy. A strange man and a strange boy have a funny tango in the fucking, you know, in someone else's bed. You know,
A what?
tango.
Can you spell that for me?
TINGO hyphen TANGO.
Can you
Tango.
Can you give me the origin
I
of the
knew you were
word?
going to ask for that next. Correct. But I mean, seriously,
little spelling
I
bee there.
I hate those fucking things. Like, to go back to Michael Jackson when he used to have the little boy spend the night in his bed. Seriously, I mean, granted, his bed was probably half the size of a fucking football field. So
yeah.
I mean, you know, the kid laying in his bed like so easily could lay in his bed and be 15 feet away. You know, but I don't think he was 15 feet away. You know. But yeah, if anyone has something to chime in, give us a call, 774-314-7044. Again, that's 774-314-7044. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong that, you know, like I said,
Oh, God, that sucks.
as much as I, joke, is the other day I picked up a 13-year-old boy and threw him around my bed.
Sorry.
If I told you that, I just picked up a 13-year-old boy and threw him around my bed for a little while, you would be fucking... You'll be looking at me like, what the fuck?
I'd be, you know,
we can't be friends no more.
I'd rat you out, and then all of a sudden, next thing you'd hear this. I'd like to thank you for coming on Con Air. We'll be flying at a lower altitude. Those guys with guns will shoot you if you try to come near the cabin.
Nice.
Thank you very much. And try not to shiv anybody in the shower. Yeah. That's just a weird one there. You know what? People make mistakes. We've all made mistakes.
Do you make a mistake being a grown man throwing around a 13-year-old boy that's not even yours?
No, but that's,
You know?
I've never been high on cocaine or weed or anything like that before.
No.
Never.
No, you never did any coke off a stripper's ass or anything right up off a crack?
Not that I didn't want to try
I was
it.
going to bring it up. Would you want to?
No, probably
The right,
not.
I mean, maybe the right one.
The right ass.
Right.
Yes.
Like perfect, as
But I
clean,
don't,
as beautiful.
I was at a bachelor party.
Yeah.
And I watched No Word of Lie. It's something I could have probably skied down. These guys brought this out. This place is a place in South Boston. It was right on the water, and they had a garage behind the damn place. And the garage, they turned into this gigantic pool. It had a basketball court inside. I didn't even know there was a pool in this fucking house. And I was just getting hammered. And there were girls in the pool. It was just...
Nice.
I still owe Dougie a couple of 20s for a couple of dances, I think. But there were dancers there. It was just phenomenal. And then it's like, we got party favors. And then this big kid comes in. I mean, this guy was the size of a Yugo. I mean, he was huge. He's just holding this tray of with a cover on it, and he opens up the cover, and it was like, woo! And I'm like,
a pound of powder.
no. I don't think I can be here anymore.
With the chicks?
Fuck. I went into the other room with a couple of chicks, so they may have done something. They may have thrown a bump up or something. I don't know. I don't know what that terminology is. I'm not a druggie. I abuse booze. Okay, that's what I abuse, and myself from time to time.
As Ed said, trying to penetrate a 14-year-old boy is a hell of a mistake.
It is.
It is, and trying to again, with Kevin Spacey.
But
and,
House of Cards is a hell of a show.
You know what? As an actor, I respect him as an actor. I think many people like Kevin Spacey, and I think that's why a lot of people are like, "Don't jump on that wagon of hate yet." But I don't think it's a.
Now, if
it's
he
not a wagon
did something,
if he did something, you know what? It's not going to be a wagon of hate, though. It's going to be a really big wagon of disappointment. And I think that's something that would probably drive him probably more to suicide than anything. Yeah. And you mark my word, if more comes out, he's gonna. So I should add him to my death pool. We have to update that.
We got to check that. Yeah,
but
I don't think any of us are. I think Kelsey's the only.
ahead like
Kelsey's
2.
Yeah,
She's got 2 or 3 on hers.
she's got the market cornered on this.
Yeah,
one.
right. But
Do
yeah,
you have inside news there, Kelsey?
Right,
Inquiring minds want to know.
yeah, right. Black Ops type thing going there.
Shit, she's going out
But,
killing people at night.
But yeah, I just I think it's going to be a bigger disappointment for him, and the fact that he disappoints people is probably going to hurt him more than anything.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of producers or directors or whatever that this comes out with, that's really going to be where it goes. I mean, some careers will be ruined, some won't. It's just like I said, it can be very disappointing. And as it continues to unfold, it'll continue to unfold as like any sex assault story. The victims continue to come up. People finally admit that they were, and I bet a lot won't say anything. A lot will just want to because so many have success now. They're not going to want to say anything. They whatever, move on. And that I think that Hollywood will correct itself. And over time it'll correct itself because
people will stop being idiots.
Yeah.
Well, no,
there'll still be a few. Obviously, no system is 100%, but I do think they'll correct themselves over time, and it'll be less of an issue. But
you ever hear
it's very disappointing.
Impressions?
And since today is Halloween, all the topics are Halloween themed. Kevin, you're up first. Here we go.
Okay.
This is from Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. So it's Johnny Carson talking about costume
Johnny Carson,
parties.
and you have to talk about costume parties.
Costume parties.
Now, those of you who can remember Carson, this is a dead on.
Listen, I love a good costume party. It's Halloween. A lot of people are dressing up, of course, as ghosts and witches and goblins and vampires. But this year, I've decided I'm going as the scariest creature in the world, my ex-wife.
There we go. Oh, my favorite.
Walken, talking about trick. Christopher Walken talking about trick or treat, or trick or treating or anything.
Trick or treats. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat.
All right. He's a genius as far as an actor goes.
Absolutely. And that's
but
why
human
I think
beings are a complex creature.
Yeah. And that's why I say that it's going to be a bigger disappointment than anything. That's really what it's going to be.
You think about it, Michael Jackson the same way.
Yeah. Stuff. I mean, he was still very popular, like in Japan and shit. He was all over the place. But
yeah. Let's see.
But I think, there was somebody who was saying that, I forget who it was. It was a singer, Sheryl Crow. Sheryl Crow had done some work with, Sheryl Crow, Michael Jackson.
That's not.
So, but she said that, he did a lot of, lipping.
Michael Jackson did.
Yeah. And that was pretty well known in the industry. So,
see, this is what I grew up with Michael Jackson, outside of the Jackson 5.
yeah.
This is Off of the Wall, 1979.
Oh yeah. But as he got through into the 90s, his voice couldn't keep up with those high pitches, so it was all studio produced shit. So studio enhanced and whatnot. So that's how it continued to go on as he got older. He did everything in studio and then would lip it in concert.
Yep. Well, you don't need to have talent now. You know that. Look at Miley Cyrus out there running around. I could sing really. She's like the Forrest Gump of the singers. I could sing really well.
Hey, it's funny, especially her being like a Texan too. I mean, that's like. So being anti-American, I mean, I don't know. I believe she texted.
She doesn't look bad naked, though.
Yeah, anybody get the pictures of her? Send them to Byron. You could.
No, she's all over the internet.
Oh, you already seen them.
It's free. Yeah.
Bound like a wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, but I mean, it's
got a nice body. She's tight.
She's tight. Yeah. She's a spinner.
There we go. See, now you got the dirty from us.
Yep, a little bit of dirty.
A little bit dirty. Oh shit! All right, folks. Well, we should wrap this one up. I don't know. What do you think?
You ever get the feeling that everything in America is completely fucked up?
Every day I wake up.
Every day you wake up, really?
And that's...
You are miserable.
Yeah, I am a miserable fuck.
Why? Why?
Let me spin the wheel here. Today it's because the show's going to end.
Oh.
All right. Tell him what he's won, Rob Roddy. Oh, yeah, well, we lasted a good hour and a half hour over.
Oh, well, we started a few minutes late, so about 20 minutes over.
Yeah, well, I think we had a good conversation. I think we had great people in the
2 hours
in the
and
chat
16
room.
minutes, 17 minutes.
Yep.
So.
And, yeah, you're right. Ed, trying to penetrate a 14-year-old boy is a hell of a mistake.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know we're probably a little too serious on this show, but, you know, there are a lot of things, different things we wanted to talk about. There's a nice little sound bit, and I forgot about it.
Tiger Lily stayed awake. Well, you should write yourself a Google Keep message there for next week.
It's in reference to Trump and the NFL no longer getting their tax breaks.
Not going to bug me any.
No. But I can tell you Trump was oddly happy about that. He made a comment about it on the Howie, actually not on the Howie Carr show, just as he was miking up for the Howie Carr show.
Okay.
Somebody was doing video of that, and they were talking. They just happened to be talking off air about the NFL no longer getting a tax breaks, and Trump was smiling. Yeah, did you read that? I
don't think anybody should be getting tax breaks. I don't get a tax break.
Well, the NFL tried to get a tax break under various, non-profit type shit.
Fuck them. Let me tell you something. I lost my
good. They get a
low number baseball.
I think they got a lot of pressure this year because of the
Trump.
By the kneeling thing. So.
Oh yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, and
thank you, Mr. Ed, for listening. Make sure you listen to the Mr. Ed show.
Yeah, and everybody else, sorry for the static and whatnot, the interruptions.
Sorry for Spreaker fucking up on our show.
When you play it back, it'll be completely normal. You will not hear any of those breaks or interruptions.
I'm betting our live listeners are not going to listen to it back.
So they probably wouldn't listen again, no. But we have five times as many listeners afterwards.
Cool.
Boom, motherfucker.
All right, I wish I had that on video. Ladies and gentlemen, you needed to see that.
But you missed it.
You did.
But you know what I'll say? I'll tell you this.
I got a boner.
All right.
All right. For the Wicked Pizza Show, I'm Byron.
I'm Papa.
And we'd like to thank you for listening to show number 72. Have a good night. We're at Studio 5 production.
Are we?
At the moment.
Still?
Hold on, let me check. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Hi, you're listening to the greatest radio station in the world.